you've been involved in many collaborative Brickfilm projects in the past, most notably the Marvel Brickfilm universe.
Yeah.
How did your experience with Brickfilm Day compare with these other projects?
Well, the people behind it were pretty focused and pretty sort of like stringent about making sure that everyone is on track. Like checking up. Yeah. Very. Which is probably in many ways a lot more organised than the Marvel Brickfilm universe has been. Certainly since certainly for quite a while. I mean, now that we're about 30 members, it's difficult to keep track of where everyone is at any one time. So no, you've done a very good, very commendable job considering how many people are taking part.
Yeah, it is difficult. There have been some people who are more difficult to contact than others, but I think should be good as long as not too many people forget to upload on the day.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what other people, come out with as well. I get the impression that a lot of people like me might be making something short, but I mean, I was hoping to release an episode of Vampire Town, but it's just not going to happen. I don't quite have enough time to finish editing it.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing more short videos.
Yeah.
So you've been part of the Brickfilm community for several years now.
Yeah, since 2007.
Yeah, it's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
And yet there hasn't really been a widely recognised Brickfilm Day before. Why do you think this is?
Well, I mean, the Brickfilm community is kind of like it's a bit of a funny old stick. You get these people in groups, basically, who enjoy being friends in groups and never really sort of like seldom see the bigger picture. So occasionally you get these like wider projects across people, like the Marvel Brickfilm universe, and like back in the days of Brickfilms.com, there was the day that what was it called? It was called something along the lines of the day Brickfilms.com went down, and there were plans for other things, like there was a superhero plan and a sort of a zombie apocalypse plan, where like everyone who's watching their TVs is turned into a zombie, and the Brickfilmers are all safe because they were animating, and so everyone was going to do like a contribution to that. So like again, you have like different parts of the community do like come up with these great collabs and stuff, and a lot of the time they do happen and they're pretty cool. But yeah, no one really seems to, certainly until Brickfilm Day, nobody really had seen the bigger picture and thought, actually, it's pretty widely spread. What we have is pretty special. Why don't we make a thing of it? And it's great that now that you have, because and I hope that it only continues to become more high profile in future years. But yeah, it's something that kind of like I can see why it hasn't happened, because people are sort of so insular with their friends. But it's good that it's happening now.
Yeah, one thing we've tried to do is celebrate Brickfilms from different sub-communities and genres within Brickfilming. Like, we've advertised it from Instagram to Bricks in Motion, etc. Yeah,
which is great, because again, it's quite a it's sort of like it's one of those things where as long as you actually pull your weight and do what you've promised to do and actually contribute, then you can contribute as little or as much as you want, and there's scope for both. If you just want to sort of put your name on it and have been part of it, then that's cool. But at the other end of the scale, if you want to use it as an opportunity to really engage with people you've never met before, it's a great opportunity to do that as well. So
Yeah. So finally, as an experienced and professional brickfilmer, do you have any tips for any viewers? Any brickfilming tips?
I get asked a lot, like if I can do tutorials for things, and again, like some things I will be happy to do, and I'm hoping to do some tutorials later in the year about approaching VFX in brick films. One of the things that certainly helps me a lot, that I still do, is that I go back and I find brick films that did what I want to do well, and I watch those, and then I, sort of analyze like how they did that well. What did they actually do? Like, is it possible to pause and see what their jump cycle was, or what that particular swing was? And so that's kind of the best advice I have to give, is that if you see something you like in a brick film or something that inspires you, go back and rewatch it. Not pretty much until you hate it, but until you've understood it. Because if you can understood why that captured your imagination, then maybe you can use that to, even if it's with a different technique, maybe it'll inform that somehow. You might be able to then capture someone else's. Because the best people to learn from, even if you don't talk to them directly, are people who have done the thing that you are trying to do. So yeah, so that's my advice. And you don't need to necessarily watch mine, although obviously it's always nice if people do watch my videos. But if you see it, if you like it, watch it. And that's really the best advice I can give.